Hello, good day. So I got a message for the light workers or about light workers, right? So it was pretty cool and clear, right? So sometimes whenever people think about light workers and light work, there can be this misconception about it being just like rainbows and sunshine and like glitter coming out of your butt and just all the sweet things and just all 33. I keep seeing that ascended masters are with us. But anyway, so I guess the most important thing about this message today is about shadow work and just the shadow of the universe in general, kind of just bringing some acknowledgement and some gratitude for the shadow, because we live in a dualistic, reality, and there's light and there's dark, you know. And I think sometimes people think that when you're a light worker, you just got to be all like sweet and nice and, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, yeah, absolutely. Kindness and respect are very important. But being a light worker is not about being nice. Okay. I feel like, I know in my own experience, in my own journey, when I was starting out, on my healing journey, being a healer, I started really, really young. I just saw 144. I started really young. Okay. I was 18 years old. Now I'm 36, right? I've been doing this for a long time. And when I first started out, it was all, for me, rainbows and sunshine, and this was before I had kids, before I had anything to really trigger me, because a lot of my trauma was, childhood related. Okay. So a lot of the shadow aspects of me that needed to be worked through and accepted and all of these things were in regards to children. So for me personally, what triggered me to recognize that I needed to do the shadow work was having kids, because they triggered the ever-loving bejesus out of me. Okay, everything that I thought I knew about myself, I had no idea until I was triggered and until I was put into a position where I had to be impeccable, right? So I discovered that I had some things about myself that I was just denying. I didn't want to face the negative sides of me, because I honestly thought that just being a light worker, you just spread love and light. And that is so wrong. Okay. I've learned over the years that shadow work is so important when it comes to stepping into your full potential and into your soul purpose, and being able, I saw 3 again, being able to do what you came here to do, right? Standing in your full power. And the reason why shadow work is so important is because once you acknowledge, accept, love yourself 100%, you reflect on the things that need to be healed. You reflect on just your life and your choices, and you start to see where you could do better, where you could grow, what can be healed, what can be released. And right, that begins your shadow work process. And then you become you just fall in love with all that you are, the good, the bad, the ugly. Okay. You accept all that is as you, but also in an outer way, it would be the universe or creator or God. You recognize that there's two things going on all at once. Everything's happening at one time. But the way that you get to stand in your own power, and why it's so important to do that shadow work, is because you begin to operate from a place of unconditional love. Okay? So in all things, in all situations, you have two options. You can work from love or fear. Okay? So whenever you do that shadow work, you begin to work from a place of unconditional love and acceptance and grace for yourself and for everybody else. Okay? And when I say you get to stand in your full power, I'm talking about when somebody does meet that shadow aspect of you and you give them a swift kick in the whatever, it's coming from a place of unconditional love, and it's more of a response from love, a response to their actions, to help propel them in the direction of their soul's purpose, right? So for example, let's say somebody meets me in my shadow in a reactive space, right? That would be someone comes at me, I get triggered, and then I start reacting and spouting out to them this, that, and the other, right? And then being disrespectful and coming from a place of fear of whatever, anything, embarrassment, being unmasked, vulnerability. So many of us are so afraid to be vulnerable. And that's okay because we're healing that, right? But if you haven't already really started working on your shadow and integrating all these pieces of yourself together into one and becoming one and whole and unconditional with not only yourself but all that is, everybody, right? And you start to see that everything is a mirror of your internal world. Then when you meet people, when you're met with situations, circumstances, people, whatever, you can operate from a place of unconditional love, whether it's from your light or your shadow. Okay? Either way, once you become whole and accept all that you are, you can serve a can of whoop ass to somebody for their betterment, okay? And it's from a place of love, unconditional love, okay? So the most important thing is that being a light worker is not about being nice, okay? We don't have to be nice. We don't have to have rainbows and butterflies coming out of our mouths every time we speak. You have permission to serve a can however way you see fit, as long as it's coming from a place of unconditional love, okay? And not from fear. You can react out of fear or you can respond out of love. And that's what you're being called to do. If you're seeing this, you either have already done the shadow work, or at least some of it, right? Because it's just a continuous process. I don't think any one of us humans have, done every single ounce of shadow work. And if they have, congratulations. I hope I get to that point. I still have things that I'm working through, But either way, if you're seeing this, you either have started this or you're in the thick of it, okay? And this is just the motivation for you to keep going, keep doing the work, because each time you practice, you get better and better and better. And eventually you get to the point where people meet your shadow, they meet your light body, they meet your shadow body, and it doesn't matter, because regardless of the situation, you're going to come at them with love and light, and you're either going to activate them, okay? And it might not be comfortable for anybody. Or you could just be the person that's there, that's put into a position without even saying anything. Just your presence alone can clear karma for people. Okay? Some of us have that power. I don't know if you've noticed. I know for me personally, there aren't very many people that can be around me for very long. Okay? I meet people, I interact with them, and then they're gone. They can't handle it. And that's fine. They're just not ready. But I can tell you that something was activated. And you might have those same experiences. So either way, I love you all. I really want all of us light workers to make sure that we're doing the shadow work, okay? Because that's what's going to help us ascend. I just saw 1010 on the timer. Ascension, okay? And it's a choice. We all get to choose whether or not we want to stay stuck in the matrix or if we want to ascend to higher levels of consciousness, okay? Because the planet is ascending, people are ascending, and you have that choice. Do you want to or do you not? And if you do, and if you're one of the 144 light workers, one of the chosen that came here, that signed up for this, it's not like, it's not just that you were chosen by God. You made that choice too. You chose to come here. You signed the contract, okay? So by doing the work, the light work, the shadow work, you are going to be an example and help other people to do the same type of work, right? You get to just lead by example, just simply by being. And it's not even like it's a huge task. It just is literally ingrained into your DNA, right? So your blueprint in your DNA, the things that you're passionate about, your dreams, right? All these things, you're going to do that. And in doing that, you're going to come across people that either need activation or need guidance or simply just need your presence and your energy to help assist in their ascension, right? So the sun's coming out, it's shining in my face. I love you all, and just love yourself too, okay? Because you're so beautiful and powerful and amazing, and you're needed. And all parts of you, your light body, your shadow body, everything, all that you are is perfectly crafted. You are handcrafted by God and hand chosen. And you've done the same thing for yourself, okay? So I love you all. Have a wonderful day, and see ya.